Which one?
It's the bottom one. I don't think
Maybe
she'd be
there's more
pointing
to her
fingers.
interest in that orca than meets the eye.
So are you going to confront her?
I don't really have anything to confront her with.
Good, because as I recall, Katie doesn't do confrontation very well. My gosh, George. Is there anything else Nancy should know about this so-called friend of yours?
Was he
Katie's
bored?
fine. She just has a few edgy little quirks, that's all. Great. That's probably what they said about Lizzie Borden.
I better get going.
Me too. I gotta go braise my brisket. Whatever.
I gotta go braise my brisket. That sounds dirty.
Oh, no. Go back.
What did you forget? Oh yeah, you're gonna fall and hit your head.
Yeah, you could immediately only fall and hit your head if you don't put your helmet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gumbo foo. Sorry, I don't think I've ever heard of gumbo foo. Yeah, and then there's Gumbo and Crystal Skull. Yeah, this series is a little obsessed with Gumbo. Oh, look, an election sign. Just what I want to see right now.
Well, looks like Snake Horse Harbor's got itself a newcomer.
You were thinking dirty too, CJ?
I'm visiting Katie
Nice.
Firestone. My name's Nancy Drew.
Well, now, why would you want to do a thing like that?
That depends on what you mean.
Well, you're not one of them save the whale and heck with everybody else crusader types like she is, are you?
I'm just here on vacation.
Her true colors came out real clear last night. Us fishermen don't count. All that matters is rescuing that poor, precious orca out there. To heck with people trying to make a living. Of course, is the way she makes her living being hurt by that whale? Why, no. Her business is booming. Now, ain't that the oddest thing?
She's back at the boat right now trying to fix her engine. Somebody vandalized it.
She ticked off a lot of people last night. That's what she gets for being so meddlesome. Anyway, welcome to Snake Horse Harbor, home of Cadborosaurus. That's how this place got its name, you know.
Who's Cadborosaurus?
Well, that's the sea monster Native Americans used to see out in the channel ever so often. Called it the snake horse. Had the head of a horse and the body of a giant snake. People on Vancouver Island started calling it Cadborosaurus after it or one of its relatives was seen a couple of times in Cadboro Bay. They call it Caddy for short.
Does it ever do anything?
Back in the late 1800s, he took the rap for a lot of hoodoo around here. Fog would roll in at night, and men would just vanish. It was the snake horse, people would say. Little did they know.
Why do you think they vanished?
Well, they'd been shanghaied. See, a bunch of establishments in town had secret panels built right into the walls. Guy'd be having a drink one minute, and next minute he'd be clobbered over the head, whisked into a secret passageway, and taken out to a ship waiting in the harbor. He'd wake up on the high seas and discover that if he wanted to survive, he'd better do what the captain ordered. No matter what he was before, he was now a sailor. It was a cheap way for captains to get crews back then, and an easy way for some of the town's citizens to make money.
Which one?
Let's pretend
Did
we're
you
interested
say you
in
were a
him.
fisherman?
Fourth generation. I fished every ocean for just about every fish you can make money fishing for. Lived here for the last 11 years.
How often do you go fishing?
Every day. Only reason I'm not out there right now is because I've been in and out of campaign meetings since 8 this morning.
Yeah, so
You're running for office?
I think it's high
Yeah.
time people around here started doing what makes sense, instead of doing what's politically correct all the time. Harbor master we got now bends over backwards so far for the environmentalists, it's a wonder he can still walk upright.
Whoever trashed Katie's boat also ruined her GPS.
Oh, now that's a shame.
Oh, now that's a shame.
She seemed to think you'd let me borrow one of yours.
I'll let you borrow one, sure. I got a spare right here in my duffel. You know what else I got in my duffel?
I have no idea.
This is a little seamanship quiz I whipped
Oh,
up.
right.
I'm thinking about making people pass it before they're allowed to rent any kind of watercraft once I become harbor master. Here.
Hey, well, if you gotta do one
The
for the
idea is to
DMV.
cut down on having to rescue people who got no business being out on the water in the first place. Trouble is, nobody's actually taken it yet. I need a guinea pig.
You mean, if I take the quiz, you'll let me borrow the GPS?
If you pass the quiz, the GPS is yours. You'll need that container for the last question.
See you around.
Vote for Holt. Spread the word.
I can't vote for him. I just said I'm on vacation. What the heck, dude?
That looks right.
Okay.
Board is called Apt.
No, it isn't. Port.
Good. Yes. Am I smart or what?
I don't know.
Alright.
What can I get for you, Nancy?
That's a lady. Nice try, though. That looks like the lady who's in it later. In I don't know, Shadow
Since we
Ranch,
haven't
I
met,
think.
there's only one way you could know my name.
On the day my Aunt Iris turned this place over to me, she said, Jenna, you're about to become a real good listener. And darned if she wasn't right.
So you own this cafe?
Aunt Iris left it to me 3 years ago. It's been in the Devlin family since the day it was built, which was back in, like, 1866 or something. So, you're visiting Katie Firestone. My condolences.
Your condolences?
Me and her don't see eye to eye on a couple of things.
You mean like the whale?
That orca out there should be rejoined with her pod as soon as possible. Period. End of story. No matter what Miss Fancy Schmancy's science degree says. Other people may be bamboozled by all her talk of data charts and field tests and monitoring whatnots, but not me. The only thing she wants is to get that whale into an aquarium. It wouldn't surprise me if Katie's been secretly feeding it. Which is against the law, by the way. And you know what else? It wouldn't surprise me if she trashed her own boat, because she knew that after that meeting last night, everybody would assume that Holt did it and not want to vote for him. I got an idea. Let's change the subject.
What do you know about the Shanghaiing that used to go on around here?
It never went on, that's what I know. Shoving grown men into passageways and carting them off to ships never to be seen again? It's just a big, colorful, tall tale. Never happened.
Does Andy Jason ever come in here?
Everybody comes in here. Know how some people can't go a day without coffee? People around here can't go a day without a bowl of my clam chowder. In fact, if you ever want a free sample, just say the word.
Is Andy Jason in here now, by any chance?
Actually, he only comes in once or twice a week. Says he's too busy.
Yes, I
Of
have
course,
a partner.
The reason he's so busy is because he's too cheap to hire another person to help him run the place. Kind of surprised me when I heard he was trying to buy Katie Firestone out. Must have something up his sleeves, all I can figure.
Do I want a muffin or do I want clam chowder?
Let's do muffin. We had a sandwich already.
Instead of the chowder, do you think I could try one of those muffins?
Coming right up. Next one will be on the house, too.
Wow, she's nice.
That was delicious.
Here, let me get rid of that for you.
It's been fun talking to you.
Yeah, hasn't it, though?
Each flag stands for a letter of the alphabet, and so do those words. Interesting.
I'm sure we'll need to know that later.
Oh no, I don't know.
I
the
don't-
International Communication of
No,
the-
me either. Why would you send a crab postcard?
Oh, males have a little triangle.
Yeah. And this part's wider for female. Yeah. I want to go Shanghai myself, excuse me.
A book on sea monsters. Very cool.
Champ. Bessie. Ogopogo. No, I can't. Negatory. I'm at as high as it goes. Oh, yeah, turn the game
Dear
sounds
Ned,
down.
here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island. Dear Ned, here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island.
Hello?
Dear Ned, here I am.
Hello? Hello. Cussing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, seriously, what if she is a bad businesswoman? She's giving away food.
Okay, the music's still too loud.
Yeah,
Oops, not fine.
you're like,
Done.
alright.
Dear Ned, here I am on a ferry bound for Deception
Yeah, you
Island.
usually put it
Dear
down.
Ned, here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island. Dear
Yeah, we
Ned,
usually put it there.
Here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island.
Shut up, Nancy, please. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I go back here, right?
Yeah, cause unless Whale World has the fun. Oh,
I told you there was 2 pages.
Very good.
okay, we need to learn about that. Whale World probably will tell us some stuff, yeah. I'm on a ferry bound for Deception Island. Fairy. Okay.
Hi there. Welcome. What can I do you for?
138.43 is
My
a
name's
random.
Nancy Drew.
Fine.
I'm visiting Katie Firestone.
Nice to meet you, Nancy. Any friend of
Yeah,
Katie's
go ahead
is
and
a
write it
friend of
down.
mine.
Sure, okay.
You have really fuzzy hair. Can I touch your fuzzy hair?
I know, right?
So you consider yourself to be a friend of Katie's?
I like to think we're friends, or that we could be friends if she'd just be reasonable.
Oh, for the love of...
You mean if she just
Right,
accept your
stuff.
offer?
I'm offering her the deal of a lifetime. She'd make more money, she'd have more free time. I mean, look at this place. I run a first-class operation. It's my mission to see that everyone who comes to Snake Horse Harbor leaves with a greater appreciation for marine mammals. And if I make a buck in the process, that's cool too.
Why do you want to buy Katie out? She can't be taking that many customers away from you.
I don't like her taking any customers away from me. And frankly, with this whale doing its orphan thing out there, I'm losing a lot of customers to her.
Why is that?
Katie convinced the fisheries service that she should be allowed to monitor the orca's condition, which means she can get right up next to the whale while my boat has to stay away.
Katie takes passengers with her when she checks on the whale?
Paying passengers, as many as she can safely fit.
What do you think should be done with the orca out there?
Nothing. I think people should just leave it alone. I mean, why do we humans always think we know best? We can barely deal with ourselves, let alone a whole other species.
Here, here.
Someone
Yeah, man.
ransacked Katie's boat while she was in town this morning. Made a real mess.
Wonder if it's related to those burglaries.
What burglaries?
A bunch of stuff was stolen from 2 shops earlier this week. Food, tools, clothing, electronics. There was no sign of forced entry, no trace of who did it. Sheriff's still scratching his head.
It sounds like Jonah von Spreeken, I think. The actor.
Whoever ransacked Katie's boat tore a bunch of parts out of her engine. It's like they wanted to make sure she couldn't go anywhere for a while.
That's too bad.
What?
Yeah, let's do the accusatory one. No, it's joking.
Do you have any idea who would have done something like that?
Jenna Devlin. Runs the Hot Kettle Cafe. She was seething at the meeting last night. She doesn't think Katie should be allowed anywhere near that whale.
I don't care.
Do you really think Jenna's capable of tearing up an engine?
I was in the kettle once when this guy tried to sneak out without paying. Jenna was so mad and grabbed him so hard that he was the one who yelled for help.
Well, yeah, that's her business, so...
Thanks for your time.
Drop by again.
Although apparently she gives away muffins.
Yeah, so...
So, she's a little confused. 138.40.
43.
Perfect.
That's just random.
Yeah.
Okay, so... What are you looking at?
Miss, please don't touch that.
Shooting him text.
I want to do the caddy puzzle, man.